Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Maybe what we should do is one of you can repeat. So I've unmuted Mohni, so all of us can practice. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam.
Om Smriti Smriti Purananam
Alayam
Alayam
Karunalayam
Karunalayam
Namami
Namami
Bhagavatpadam
Bhagavatpadam
Shankaram
Shankaram
Lokashankaram
Lokashankaram
Shankaram
Shankaram
Shankaracharyam
Shankaracharyam
Keshavam
Keshavam
Badarayanam
Badarayanam
Sutrabhashya
Sutrabhashya
Kritau Vande
Krutau Vande
Bhagavantau
Bhagavantau
Punah Punaha
Punah Punaha
Ishvaro
Ishvaro
Gururatmeti
Gururatmeti
Murti Bheda
Murti Bheda
Vibhagine
Vibhagine
Vyomavat
Vyomavat
Vyapta
Vyapta
Dehaya
Dehaya
Dakshinamurtaye Namaha
Dakshinamurtaye Namaha
Sadashiva
Sadashiva
Samarambham
Samarambham
Shankaracharya
Shankaracharya
Madhyamam
Madhyamam
Asmadacharya
Asmadacharya
Paryantam
Paryantam
Vande
Vande
Guru Paramparam.
Guru Paramparam.
Om Sahana Vavatu
Om Sahana Vavatu
Sahanau Bhunaktu
Sahano Bhunaktu
Sahaviryam
Saha Viryam
Karavavahai
Karavavahai
Tejasvi
Tejasvi
Avadhitamastu
Navidhitamastu
Ma Vidvishavahai
Ma Vidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Om Shanta Shanta Shanti.
So those who are new to this chanting can practice this. Okay, I have unmuted him. We will chant the Tattavabodha. Vasudevendra
Vasudevendra
Yogindram
Yogindram
Natva
Nattva
Jnanapradam Gurum
Jnanapradam Gurum
Mumukshunam
Mumukshunam
Hitarthaya
Hitarthaya
Tattvabodho
Tattvabodho
Vidiyate
विधीयते
साधनचतुष्टय
साधनचतुष्टय
सम्पन्नाधिकारिणाम्
सम्पन्नाधिकारिणां
मोक्षसाधनभूतम्
मोक्षसाधनभूतम्
तत्त्वविवेकप्रकारम्
तत्त्वविवेकप्रकारम्
वक्ष्यामः।
वक्ष्यामः।
साधनचतुष्टयं किम्?
साधनचतुष्टयं किम्?
नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः
नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः
इहामुत्रार्थ
इहामुत्रार्थ
फलभोगविरागः
फलभोगविरागः
शमादि
शमादि
षट्कसम्पत्तिः
षट्कसम्पत्तिः
मुमुक्षुत्वं चेति
मुमुक्षुत्वं चेति
नित्यानित्य
नित्यानित्य
वस्तुविवेकः
वस्तुविवेकः
कः?
कः?
नित्यवस्तु
नित्यवस्तु
एकं ब्रह्म
एकं ब्रह्म
तद्व्यतिरिक्तं
तद्व्यतिरिक्तं
सर्वमनित्यम्
सर्वमनित्यम्
अयमेव
अयमेव
नित्यानित्य
नित्यानित्य
वस्तुविवेकः
वस्तुविवेकः
विरागः कः?
विरागः कः?
इह स्वर्ग
इह स्वर्ग
भोगेषु
भोगेषु
इच्छाराहित्यम्
इच्छाराहित्यम्
शमादि
शमादि
साधनसम्पत्तिः
साधनसम्पत्तिः
का?
का?
शमः
शमः
दमः
क्षमः
okay, start again. Shamah.
क्षमः
Second one. Damah. Damah.
गमः
Damah.
गमः
Damah.
दमः क्षमः दमः
Damah.
दमः
Uparamah.
उपरमः
Titiksha.
तितिक्षा
Shraddha.
श्रद्धा श्रद्धा
Samadhanam.
समाधानं चेति
Good. So we covered the introductory portion of Tattvabodha, and we saw the author is talking about something called Sadhana Chatushtayam, namely, what does she expect the students of this text to have? What kind of preparedness they must have? What must they be endowed with so that they can appreciate this subject matter well? So when we talk like this, generally, it is not meant to be a judgment on anybody. None of us will have all these things in full measure that we are going to talk about. So when we study about this, suddenly what will happen is we will also feel like, yes, these are all good attributes to have. And so automatically we will start gaining whatever adhikaritvam we do not have. That is how it normally works. So it's a wonderful introduction that way. So last class we completed Vivekaha. And she said that Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Kaha. What is this Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha? Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma Tad Vyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam Ayameva Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha. We saw that. So summarizing what this is. We analyze our life experiences. Our life is enough. The bucket of experiences we have is enough. We don't need any more than what we have. So analyzing our experiences and extending it further to any other type of experience you might have in this world. Suppose I say, oh, I have never been a CEO of a big company. That life must be different. Yeah, that life will be different, no doubt. The type of people I relate to will be different. The type of place I live in will be different. The floor I will be working on will be different. So like this, many things might be different. The country I may be working in, the countries I will visit will all be different. Correct. But I must be able to extend my current experiences to those experiences also. Plus, I must be able to extend to life in other worlds also, if there are any. That ability is called Viveka. Okay. And then what? Every action, my life is only a series of actions, however big, however great, however noble, however devoted, the action is always finite. And so the result of those actions will also be finite. That is also Viveka. That appreciation is Viveka. And what I am seeking doesn't seem to be finite, doesn't seem to be in the realm of finitude. I'm seeking the whole. Nothing less than the whole seems to be acceptable to me. And so, whatever I know of, my inputs are all finite. The output can only be finite. So the infinite cannot be created by the finite. And what I am seeking for also is not a result of action. Because if it's a result of action, it will be finite. And therefore, that what I am seeking must already exist. It is not going to be produced by some action. We saw that. Then we said this what exists is called Brahma. We heard that word. We got that word introduced. And appreciating that Brahma is the solution to my fundamental problem. And therefore, that Brahma can be recognized by knowledge alone. Because it is ignorance that keeps me away from what I am seeking. So, Brahma gained by knowledge alone. So, here, we can quote an Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad. So, here, in the third section, the third chapter of Upanishad, called Bhruguvalli. Some of you may know. We have to chant also. So Bhruguvalli starts like this. Bhrugurvai Varunihi. Bhrugurvai Varunihi. He says, hey, this Bhrugu is Maharshi. We call Bhrugu as Maharshi. This Bhrugu is none other than the son of Varuna. Varuna. We don't know who Varuna is. He could be the Varuna Devata, the Lord of rains, the Lord of waters. It could be that. We don't know. Bhrugurvai Varunihi Varunam Pitaram Upasasara. This Bhrugu approached approached Varuna, who is his father. That's what it says. Varunam Pitaram Upasasara. And then what did he say? He says, Adhihi Brahma Bhagavo. Adhihi Brahma Bhagavo. Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. That is what he says. He says directly, hey Bhagavan, hey, you are my Ishvara, you are my God. Hey Bhagavo, respected address. Hey Bhagavan, Adihi, teach me. He says directly, teach me. Teach me what also he says. He doesn't leave it to chance. Father may start off on some other topic. No. Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Teach me about Brahma. This is what I want to know. So look, he already knows what is to be finally pursued. He knows very well. So the culture provides that advantage for us. So Adihi Bhagavo, here also we are saying Brahma is to be understood. That is Viveka. All this is Viveka so far. And we also saw that in knowing, there is no choice. No choice means what? What I want to know will be decided by that which I want to know. I cannot decide what that knowledge is going to be. We saw that. Vastu Tantram, correct? We saw that. So this object, if I want to know, I cannot decide what this object is. The object decides what this object is. So all these things. Some of these may appear obvious also. Yeah, of course it is. How can I decide what this? How can I decide the apple to be orange? That is not possible. Yeah, good. If we appreciate that, that is good. But we have to say that because that becomes important later on. Then later on we'll talk about superimposition and things like that. Okay. So all this we said today is all Viveka. Then we must add one more thing. Logic, reasoning ability. All that is Viveka. And we don't need to particularly learn logic in this course because we assume that all of us have some education, school education, college education. All this prepares us to have an intellectual mindset. Enough to find out what's right, wrong. Enough to follow the classes. And enough to ask questions when there are doubts. Enough to recognize that there are doubts and ask questions. That also we can put it as part of Viveka. That is why sometimes there were a couple of folks who applied for this course, and 2 or 3 actually. They were all high school students. They were in 10th and 11th. I was so impressed. I said, my goodness, these boys, they just picked it up and they said, I want to learn this stuff. So then I asked a few questions and I told them, Okay, this is good. I think your studies are important. It's nice that you want to study Tattvabodha. But focus on the studies now. Then the time for Tattvabodha and others will come later, not a problem. So it's good. Keep that flame alive. That's what I told you. So some more, one has to go through, perhaps hard to judge. It's not right to judge people. We can never know. Anybody can be qualified at any time. Age is not a requirement. But we have to use we have to get a sense of some assessment. Because if the teaching goes in the wrong hands, or if the teaching goes to the unprepared mind, then it won't work. It won't work. Okay, so all of that is Viveka. Now, if we have enough Viveka, then we automatically come to the next sadhana here, called Viraga, dispassion or objectivity. So here she is going to ask the next question and answer the next question also. So let's do that. I will unmute Ravi Janak ji.
Yes.
Viragah kaha.
Viragaha kaha.
Kaha, very good. Iha swarga
Iha sarga
bhogeshu
bhogeshu
ichha
ichha
rahityam.
rahityam.
Yeah. So one line, one small question, one small short answer, brief answer. Brief answer, but our explanation may not be that brief. The author is asking Viraga kaha. Viraga was mentioned as the second qualification for the student. So he wants to explain she wants to explain what Viraga is. Iha swarga bhogeshu. So we saw this before also. Iha means here. Okay, before doing iha. Rahityam. Rahityam means absence of. Absence of what? Absence of ichha. Ichha. Ichha is a general word which means desire. We will see more what that means. The absence of desire. Absence of desire where, of course, in my current life, the life I am leading, iha, and also iha bhogeshu. So the experiences here and the experiences in Swarga. Swarga bhogeshu. So the author covers Swarga also. Just in case, just to cover all bases, like they say. And so in this world or any other world you know of, that is called Viraka, he says. So we call it, we can use several words, dispassion, objectivity. So we will see more. Key word here is Ragaha. Ragaha. Ragaha means desire. In its simple form, desire. Any desire is called Raga. I have a desire for my cell phone. I have a Raga for my cell phone. So desire can take on many forms, and the desire can be intense, and it becomes a longing. Simple desire. Simple desire, I want to take a walk. The weather is so nice today. It is 6:30 now. After I finish my class, I want to take a short walk for 15 minutes. Simple desire. Longing. Extreme case, longing is there. Means I constantly want it. I want it, I want it. It can be money, it can be name, it can be relationships, it can be anything. That is also Raga. So for example, let's take money. The currency note, if it is not demonetized, then it has a value. Whatever number is written there, 100, 50, 200, 5, whatever is written there, it has a value. It has a buying power. So you can just give that piece of paper and you can get that much worth of goods. So it has buying power. And the more buying power I have more freedom to buy bigger and bigger things. I can even install an air conditioner in this apartment. And I can embellish this home. I can buy a bigger home. This is a small 2-bedroom, one bedroom, one kitchen home. Just 2 rooms are there here. No, I want a bigger room, bigger house. Yes, I can go for a bigger house. And if I have a lot of money, I don't have to think twice. All we have to do is decide, yes, no. Where, which city? Coimbatore? Or you want to go to a bigger city? Just decide. All you have to do is decide. We can buy a home and go there. So nice to have this kind of elbow room. So money can buy. This is an objective view of money. Suppose I think money will solve all my problems. Okay? When I say money solve all my problems, not the problem of possessing something. My life's problems will all be solved if I have more money. If I have enough money. If that is my idea, then we say that is subjective. Money cannot solve my fundamental problem. If money were to solve problems, then this Trump and Bill Gates and all these people will not be visiting a psychologist. They all have appointments with special doctors. And because they have money, they don't go to the doctor's office. The doctor will come to their office. Okay? See what money can do, wonders it does. All of us take the car, take the bus, and then book the appointment and call in the morning. And then we have to go wait in the line. And they say, you're next in the line. And we wait. And 45 minutes later, the next in the line comes. So this is our life. But the Bill Gates and all, no way. There's a panel of doctors waiting. And that's how he sees doctors. So this moneyed person discusses his family problems with the psychologist in the 20th floor in Seattle, Washington. So his problems are all royal problems. So money doesn't solve my fundamental problem. This has to be crystal clear. So that's why this is part of a preparation. Shastram doesn't talk about money and all that. So don't think I will know more about money when I study Upanishads and all. No, Upanishad doesn't talk. It assumes we know all these things. It assumes all these things. So we are now covering those basics. That's why Tattvabodha is a good text to start with. Okay. Money will solve my basic problem of insecurity. Money will not solve my basic problem of insecurity. That is objective thought. That is viraga, vairagyam. Okay. Now, when I say money solves something, my problems, I am superimposing, look at this, I am superimposing a value on an object which that object does not have. Correct? Yeah. There are two kinds of superimpositions. First kind is when I mistake an object to be something else. So I am walking outside on the street and I say, I gave this example before, I say, hey Ganesh, and then I tap on his shoulder, and he turns out to be somebody I don't know. So I have to apologize to this person. No, I'm sorry, I thought you were Ganesh, my friend Ganesh. So what happened there? I superimposed Ganesh, my friend Ganesh, on a person who is not Ganesh. And that mistake is quickly understood. The minute you see him, you understand, that's my mistake. And so the mistake is understood and we move on. I don't hang on there. Oh, how I wish you were Ganesh. All this funny dialogue doesn't happen. And you must be Ganesh. Hey Ganesh, you must have changed your language. What is this? Your dress is different. I don't have this kind of dialogue with this person. This person moves on and I move on. Problem solved quickly. Second type of superimposition is where I impute a value on, I don't make a mistake on the object. This money that I have in my pocket, I am very clear what it is. Money is money. 100 rupee note is 100 rupee note. $5 bill is $5 bill. So in America, they call it as bills. And here bills means, it's what the shopkeeper gives us. That's called the bill. But so $5 bill is $5 bill. No confusion there. I'm not confused at all there. But my confusion is something else. The bigger my bank balance, the happier I will be. This is my confusion. This is where I superimpose something that this money does not have. Correct? We do that all the time. Our relationships, our family is there. I superimpose. So my children are there. My spouse, wife is there, husband is there. My parents are there. So I superimpose. He will solve all my problems. She will solve all my problems. My children will make me happy. These are all superimpositions all of us are aware of. And we suffer on account of these things, correct? We suffer sometimes. So we can be generous. We can be loving. It is our duty to be loving, in fact. We will do whatever it takes to help our family. But they are the solution to my problems is a superimposition. So that is why we start the day with a prayer. We end the day with a prayer. If we had a happy day today, we just sit together and say, today was a great day. We thank Bhagavan, we thank Ishvara, we thank Mahadev, we thank Janardhan, whoever we want to thank, we thank Devi. We had a great day. And my aunt used to say, oh my God. If we are alive when we are awake tomorrow, then we will see. This is the common language. Even now she visited Coimbatore and we had to buy some things for a function. So we had to plan it out. So she said, if we are alive tomorrow, we will go to the store. This is what she said. I'm not used to, I wasn't used to hearing like that. So that is their view. It's a perfect view. So how objective it is. It is not negative. Don't go away thinking this is a very negative view or not. They are all very positive, optimistic people. And they do what needs to be done and they move on. So second type of superimposition is what we need to analyze more. And am I taking something to be lot more than what it is? Am I making something too much more valuable than what it actually is? So this is where Vairagyam comes. Okay. So what is Vairagyam? Maximum objectivity, minimum subjectivity. So I like these words, objective and subjective. Nice words. Those days when I first used to hear these words, I used to wonder, I used to have a vague idea, objective, subjective. And then in time, it becomes clearer. But now it is even more important. Objective means I understand the object as it is. I understand my friend as he is. I understand my wife as she is. I don't. So if I understand a person as they are, it is so difficult actually. Because it's difficult to understand another person completely anyway. That's why they say, periodically they fight. I don't understand you at all. Yeah, I don't understand you. That is correct. Please accept that. I don't understand you at all. You surprise me all the time. Yeah, so good. So every once in a while we need to get slapped. So maximum objectivity, minimum subjectivity. So in the absence of Vairagyam, I will be superimposing many kinds of things on the object, on the person, on any other object, on relationships, on situations, everything. So now somebody comes and says, yes, in this world everything is like that and nothing is either going to help me or I will be superimposing everything. So I am not interested in this world. I want Swarga. I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray, and so that after this life, I will go to Swarga. Okay, go to Swarga. So we decided, we analyzed this before. Swarga is also Anityam. Remember Anityam now. Anything that begins in time has to decline in time and get end and has to end in time. A beginning has to have an ending. So finite. Heaven is finite. If there is a place like that, it's finite. So knowing Anityatvam, I cannot take heaven more serious than what it is. Nice place to be, yeah, I will accept that. Nice place to be. Very nice place to be, yes, accept it. Very nice place to be. But punyam is there. It's my punyam that is going to make me go there. And when the punyam gets exhausted, when my bank account gets exhausted, punyam bank account, I will have to move on to the next. So therefore, going beyond the clouds. Going beyond the clouds is clouded thinking. Clouded thinking. Appreciate that. Okay. And so we can at best say Swarga is a holiday out. Here we have holiday in, correct? Holiday in is here only. So Swarga is a holiday out. That's all. Maximum it's a holiday out. Maybe it's a long holiday out. How do you know it's going to be a long holiday out? We don't know. They're all making assumptions. All these people around us are telling us to go to heaven. And so it can be a holiday out. That much is acceptable. We will accept that. Okay. So now, having analyzed this Swarga, look, Swarga is introduced by the author. Remember, she's telling Swarga Bhogeshu. And so there must be a reason why she says that. So that shows that no world is going to be any different from the type of problems we are going to experience. So we can see how so many religions are just going to fall by the wayside. They are just going to get demolished when we appreciate Swarga. Correct? Because promises, most religions out there are giving promises. If you follow me, if you come to our religion, we will take you. You will have a happy life after death. Good. Maybe true. But you know that happy life after death also will have to end after some time. So therefore, this eternal heaven is an anachronism. Heaven may be there, but eternal heaven means what? Heaven by definition is non-eternal. Anityam, remember, non-eternal. So it is like saying eternal heaven. It is like saying a circular square. Circular square means what? How are you going to visualize circular square? Not possible. They have some nice word for it. It's called what? Oxymoron. Yeah, I think they say oxymoron. Correct? Yeah, it's an oxymoron. There is no such thing called a circular square. Not possible. So like that, eternal heaven. Somebody says, then we have something for him. Okay. So, Swarga, author mentions Swarga. Then somebody says, no, let's look at this world itself. Yeah, I understand Swarga is Anityam. But no, I'm not interested in Swarga. I'm still focused on this life only. And I'm interested. I want to look at this desire in this world. All of us have desires, have had desires, and will have desires. We need to look at desire properly. Two kinds of desires. Non-binding desire and a binding desire. Non-binding desire means, I told you I had a desire to go for a walk after this class. Short 15-minute walk. After that, I'll come back and go to breakfast. This is the plan. This is the desire I have. Now, suppose the class extends so much that I don't have time for a walk. I just have time to go have breakfast. Okay. Now what happened? My desire did not get fulfilled because nice day out. And if I don't go walk now, there is no way during the day I will have a chance to take a walk. Desire did not get fulfilled. What happens to me if my desire did not get fulfilled? I'm not disappointed. I say, okay, chalega, let's do it tomorrow. Whatever. So that desire, non-fulfillment of that desire did not affect me at all. That desire is a non-binding desire. Correct? That desire is a non-binding desire. I am just fine. Even if that desire was not satisfied. Now you look at the other situation. Binding desire. Binding desire. Many of our desires are binding desires. Binding means I must be healthy all the time. My family members must be healthy. It is true. It's a desire to have. But we still can't say if it is a binding desire or a non-binding desire. If I become sick, or if my family member becomes sick, what is my state of mind? If I am depressed, if I am sad, if I am frustrated, if I can't handle myself, then we know that that desire is a binding desire. See, we are not saying that desire is a wrong desire. Okay, please be careful. That desire is not a wrong desire. To expect one to be healthy, not a wrong desire. Not a desire to be eliminated. But what happens if that desire is not fulfilled is the question. Whereas if I look at that and say, you know what, we will get periodically, we will get sick. There's no changing that. We have to deal with sickness properly. So what is your problem? You have a headache. Okay. Splitting headache or simple headache? Splitting headache. Okay. So do you want to take a tablet? Yeah. Okay. We have it here. Let's open it up, take it, and let's see what happens. Action taken. And appropriate action. Happy with that. Something did not solve. Fever is there, second day, third day fever. And it's going up 100, 101, 102. Okay. Time to go to the doctor. Go to the doctor, get something done, come back and watch and take precautions. Act whatever needs to be done, do it. In the process, am I affected or not affected? Not that affected, because I do what is to be done and I am not surprised that somebody got sick. I am not shocked. I don't scold people. I don't go after people for getting sick. So all this is objective. So look at that. So there I can be unaffected, relatively unaffected. Non-binding desire. So a desire, the same desire can be binding in somebody, can be non-binding in somebody else, correct? Yeah, so keep that in mind. Binding and non-binding desire. If I have a desire and if I say without fulfilling this, my life is empty. Without this person, my life is empty. Without this degree, my life is empty. Without this title, my life is empty. Without some fame, my life is empty. If this is the idea I have, then those desires are all binding desires. So here they say, qualification, Ichcha Rahityam, he says. So Viraga means what? Absence of binding desires. Very tall order, is it not? Very tall order. Absence of binding desires. So a very strong statement he makes. So good. So at least it gives us something to think about, something to target. We all need some targets that we can meet. And so it's a nice target to have. Whenever I have I'm very passionate about something and I feel my heart beating, then I can ask, wait a minute. Just pause a second and say, what is going on? Why am I behaving like this? Why am I thinking like this? Whatever. And it gives us an opportunity to do that. Good. So therefore our life itself is meant for what? If you say, it is meant for gaining this vairagya. So somebody said, what is the use of all this life if moksha is the end? Hey, if moksha is the end, this life is so useful because I need all these experiences. And going to college is yoga. Marrying is yoga. Doing community service is yoga. Doing nation service is yoga. Planting a tree is yoga. So everything is yoga. So through those actions, I begin to grow. So I go into something so that I grow out of that. Going in and then growing out. This is an ideal way to live a life, in my opinion. So you always grow out of something. I need a relationship because I need security, no doubt. But as I grow in that relationship, then I can say, you know what? We all can even grow out of this relationship, out of the need for this relationship. That's what we are saying. We can always be related to anybody, any number of people, not a problem at all. But I can grow out of a need. That is what Vairagyam implies. Okay? Good. So, then there is also some common misunderstanding sometimes, which is you must give up all desires. You must turn away from all objects. So like this, some ideas. If you look up the translation of these words in Google of this text, sometimes you'll find all these things. You see, one thing you have to understand. I have eyes. The eyes are meant to see. The eyes are meant to see. I have ears. Ears are meant to hear. I have hands. Hands are meant to be used to perform actions. I have a mind, and the mind has the ability to desire. It's a privilege. Desiring is a privilege. Remember that. We saw this earlier also. Every animal has the ability to desire. Even the cow desires good food. For its idea of good food is lush green grass. Its idea of not good, you are having orange juice and it won't come near you and keep licking that orange juice. It won't. It will just smell and it will probably go away. You have a nice vegetarian sandwich. 200 rupees you paid for this sandwich and you're eating. And if you throw it to the cow, most likely it will smell a little bit. It will do all this. And it may eat that bread portion. It may, I don't know. And it will go off. It won't have this masala and all this thing. It won't go after all that. So the cow doesn't have a desire for all this. Imagine. And why it can't desire? Why can't it say, hey, come on, this is all boring grass. I'm eating grass every day. What is this? Ridiculous stuff. At least give me some different colored grass. No, it doesn't have this idea. So its ability to desire is very basic, very, very basic. And here we are, we can have any desire we want. And somebody looks at the moon and say, I want to go to moon. Desire. And desire got fulfilled also. So amazing guy. Desire is there and ability to fulfill the desire also is there. Both are given. See, both are given. So without giving the ability to fulfill, you cannot have a desire. Okay. So this desire is a privilege. It is a Shakti. So some of you will be chanting Lalita Sahasranam. What does it say? It says Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Swarupini. Some order, I forget the order, but that's how, that's all three are given. Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Swarupini. Hey Devi, Lalita, you are the embodiment. You are behind my threefold Shakti. What threefold Shakti? Ichha Shakti. The capacity to desire is called Shakti. It's a Shakti. We don't realize it. Let's realize it. It's a Shakti. Jnana Shakti. I may desire for something. I want to have some nice Mysore pak. And then what? Jnana Shakti. Now I have to make this Mysore pak. So some jnanam is needed. Making Mysore pak is not easy. Knowledge, some specific knowledge is needed. You ask the people in this class who have done Mysore pak. They will tell you. So very carefully it has to be prepared. So I must have the knowledge. So I open the recipe book or I call somebody, mom, you used to make nice Mysore pak. I feel like making it now. My daughter is coming today. She is finishing her college and she got her degree and she's coming now. I want to make Mysore pak for her. Okay, good desire. So jnanam, I need to gain that knowledge, but that is not enough. Kriya Shakti is needed. Why? Because somebody has to make this. I have to sit and make it. And if my spouse doesn't know how to make it, I must make it. So Kriya Shakti. So all three are endowments we have. And so therefore, The Icha is a Shakti. And nobody can say give up desire. Nobody say give up desire. You can say give up binding desires. Think properly and give up your binding desires. Or convert binding desires to non-binding desires. Amazing. Then it becomes a vibhuti, an embellishment. Like I'm wearing this necklace, I'm wearing all these ear studs and all that. Embellishment. Just, you can have, I have it. It's a privilege. I'm gifted with all these things. But I don't allow those embellishments to victimize me. Understand that. I can become a victim of my own desire. Or I can have a desire, I can support the desire and never be a victim of that desire. Is it possible? Shastram says, yeah, it is possible. So, there is no need to give up desires. In fact, you can't give up a desire. How you can give up desire? Suppose I say I want to give up desires. Now I have one more desire in my list of things. Give up desire. That is the last desire I have now. I have a lot of desires. Now I added one more to the list. Give up all desires. Now how am I going to do this? Not possible. Icha Shakti. It is, Devi is manifesting desire. I feel like going for a walk. I can go for a walk. Desire is there. Desire may or may not be fulfilled. That fulfillment is not in my hands. That is okay. Rain, sudden downpour. Sorry, I can't go for a walk. So that part is not in my hands. So how do I deal with that? That is what Viraga is. So today we covered this topic of Vairagyam or Viraga. Raga means desire, binding desire. Now that we have understood, Raga is binding desire. Viragaha, Vigataha Ragaha. One from whom the binding desire is gone. Is called Viraga. That person itself can be called Viraga. Or that state of mind in which there is no binding desire is called Vairagyam. Okay? So we will stop with that. And so if you look up the document I sent, it has the shlokas that we are going to chant now. We will, Hashanji, so you can just repeat after me. Om Swasti Prajabhyah. Yeah, Venkateshanji, I unmuted you. It's not working, I think. Yeah, can you unmute yourself? Yeah, that is good.
It is muted.
So we are just practicing it so that all of us can practice. Now, yeah, can you unmute yourself? Mahishaha.
Magishaha.
Go Brahmanebhyaha.
Go Brahmanamebhyaha.
Shubhamastu Nityam.
Shubhamastu Nityam.
Loka Samastaha.
Loka Samastaha.
Sukhino Bhavantu.
Sukhino Bhavantu.
Kale Varshatu Varjanyaha.
Kale Varshadu Varjanyaha.
Prithvi
Prithvi
Sasya Shalini.
Sashya Salini.
Deshoyam
Deshoyam
Shobha Rahitaha.
Shobharagitaha.
Brahmanaha
Brahmanaha.
Santu
Tantu
Nirbhayaha.
Nirbhayaha.
Om Sarve Bhavantu
Om Sarve Bhavantu
Sukhinaha.
Sukinaha.
Sarve Santu
Sarve Santu
Niramayaha.
Niramayaha.
Sarve Bhadrani
Sarve Bhadrani
Pashyantu
Pasyantu
Ma Kaschit
Ma Kaschid
Dukkha Bhak
Dukkahat Dukkabhak
Bhavet
Bhavet
Asato Ma
Asato Ma
Tadgamaya
Tadgamaya
Tamaso Ma
Tamaso Ma
Jyotirgamaya
Jyotirkamaya
Mrityorma
Mrityorma
Amritangamaya.
Amritam Kamaya.
Om Purnamadaha
Om Purnamadaha
Purnamidam
Purnamidam
Purnat
Purnat
Purnam Mudachyate
Purnam Pachyade
Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamadaya
Purnamadaya
Purnameva
Purnameva
Avashishyate.
Avashishyate.
Om Shantihi
Om Shantihi
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 Shantihi.
Shantihi.
Harihi Om.
Hari Om.
Gurubhyo Namaha.
Gurubhyo Namaha.
Harihi Om.
Hari Om.
Okay. So if you have any questions, let me know. If not, we can stop now.